Hello and welcome back to the left side of reality. This is your host as always, Snow the First, and we are picking up exactly where we left off last week. Last week we engaged in an investigation for the true killer, but we have yet to find them. So everyone is here together to pool their information.
This stuff's a lot harder when you don't have a badge to flash. I walked around all day and didn't hear anything good.
It was the same for me. There was absolutely no talk about the case whatsoever, let alone the true culprit.
Yeah, we saw some of that in action last week. People were focused on whatever's happening right now, not what happened half a year ago.
Ditto for me. Actually, in my case, I kept getting bombarded with questions and couldn't get them onto the main subject at all.
You need a bodyguard.
The killer must be pretty good to have pulled this off without being seen by anyone in this small town.
What should we do?
Well, one steak bowl, please.
That's not what I meant. But then again, I guess we might as well take a break.
Get some energy back.
I'll have a crab and egg fried rice.
I'll have roast pork ramen with extra noodles.
And we hear no one else's order.
Oh, now that our tummies are full, let's share what we learned, even if it wasn't much. So, to sum up, there really was no new information. The end?
Sounds really bad when you put it like that, but there's not really a better way to put it.
The police had an unusually large number of officers in their initial investigation of the first two incidents. To find facts that even they overlooked would be difficult indeed, now that over half a year has passed. There wasn't a single report of suspicious persons being witnessed to begin with. Miss Yamano had ardent fans, whereas Saki-san didn't, but otherwise the conditions are the same.
You know, every time I tried to ask about the case, everyone ignored me and kept ranting about the damn fog.
Yeah, that or the Midnight Channel. I asked around about Teddy too, but no one's seen him. Gee, I wonder where he could have gone.
We've got quite a plate of mysteries on our hands.
Do you have anything, Naoto? Any new, deductions?
Without any new data to work with, there isn't much I can do. But there must be someone in town who meets all the criteria for this case. The killer must have a connection to both Saki-san and Miss Yamano, as well as be in a position to observe our actions periodically to some extent.
Now, something I've made clear across several streams from the very beginning is that I am not a blind player. I've known where this story is going from the beginning. Which is why I say now that if you do happen to be blind, listen very carefully to Naoko's words here.
Finally, it must be someone who could approach Senpai's house without arousing suspicion. I need some fresh air before I give it more thought. I'll be outside. It's snowing. No wonder it's chilly.
It's December. Uh, the snow season is here.
Ugh, it's freezing out here. Maybe this'll help clear my head and get my deductive muscles flexing. Hey, is it snowing? Too bad the fog's so thick. The snow just gets lost in it. What's the matter?
We're deducing. And we're given a case, we're giving a list of literally every named character in the game, including characters that don't even exist. Like the other Sun Confidant is here, even though the name would mean nothing to a player. It lists all your party members, and by this point, there's no reason to suspect any of them. And then it starts listing out other people. Now, the most difficult point to put together is someone with a connection to both Konishi and Yamano. But the other points, you just need to think about them carefully and figure out who fits the bill. And the key to figuring this out are the warning letters. And when you think carefully about the warning letters, there exists one, and only one person, that could drop them off at your house unsuspected. Now some of this stuff is exclusive to Golden, because Persona 5 does something similar, where the true culprit has their social link be automatic, but in the re-release, you form a manual social link with them instead. So Adachi having a manual social link for Golden also opens up a unique bad ending. Now, I'm not in the habit of showing off bad endings for this stream because I work with a tight time schedule, but even if I didn't, I do not like Adachi. I do not understand why anyone would want to protect Adachi. But the reason I feel the way I do can only be fully expressed by moving forward.
Huh? What about him?
Detective Adachi. A member of the police force. That is an interesting approach. It would certainly explain the lack of witness reports. It's the same reason no one ever reported seeing Namatame's truck.
Because when people see something that they always expect to be there, there's never a reason to suspect wrongdoing.
This is a small town, so everyone must have known who he is. And since he's a detective, people definitely wouldn't have thought of him as being suspicious.
In fact, he could use his position to his advantage and hide critical information.
Huh. Well, if you think of it that way, I guess it's possible. But we're talking about Adachi here, right? I mean, really? Adachi? He's your textbook lousy detective.
Hold that thought, Yosuke.
Are we really on the right track here?
Actually, regarding Detective Adachi, I'm not sure how to put it, but there's something that's been bothering me about him for some time now.
Yeah?
Perhaps it's just my imagination, so I shouldn't speak too...
We're in the snow.
It's cold. I think we've cooled down enough here. Let's go back in.
Before we get sick.
Adachi-san? That can't be. I mean, he said he came to escort Miss Yamano and...
That's information we didn't have before.
What? Was he at your inn when the announcer was staying there?
When Miss Yamano was staying at our inn, the media were swarming all over it. That's when Adachi-san arrived, saying he'd been assigned to guard her. He told our waitress that fame could be rough.
Guard her? He didn't spend the night there?
Huh. I wonder if he knew Ms. Yamano.
And you'll need to hold that thought, Chie. A lot of thoughts will need to be held.
I don't know about that, but I heard he did call out to a girl in my class. I found out this afternoon. But I thought, that's just how cops are. So I didn't think it had anything to do with the case.
Detective Adachi also questioned Saki-san, the one who found the announcer's body, on numerous occasions. I heard it was because there was so little information about the case at the time, but it's certainly unusual to question someone with as strong an alibi as hers multiple times.
Then you think he had something else on his mind?
And that something is what connects those two victims to Adachi-san? Come to think of it, we've been running into that guy a lot, in all sorts of places. And every time he'd tell us what the police were doing before saying, "Oops, I said too much," and clamming up.
Yeah, funny how that works, isn't it? Adachi's words tended to poke us in a direction. We just never stopped to question what direction that was.
Was that all to throw us off the trail?
There's actually a bit of foreshadowing that no one ever dwells on, not even in the game. But way back when we had a security detail on Rise, it was basically a flawless system. But then something happened, and Adachi basically had us all go away from Rise's place, and I think she was kidnapped shortly after. Now, I don't think the criminal that distracted everyone was engineered by Adachi. I just think that Adachi saw the perfect opportunity to misdirect us, get us away from Rise so no one was watching her, and he took it. If the criminal hadn't been there, Adachi might have just come up with some other way. Yep.
It would be no problem for him to drop that warning letter into your mailbox either. Not to mention the fact that he can destroy any evidence that might point to him.
Now you hold that thought, Rise. That's 3 thoughts being held somewhere.
Then, is it really Adachi-san?
This is still only a tentative theory. We should work to confirm it as soon as possible. This is Naoto Shirogane. Something has occurred to me about the case, and I'd like to get Detective Adachi's input on it. Huh? The transport? It's right now? Right, I see. Thank you.
What was that about a transport?
Detective Adachi is headed to the hospital to prepare for Namatame's relocation. We must head there at once.
Almost halfway to Judgment. This is a fast-moving social link.
Huh? What are you guys doing here? Hey, do you know where Dojima-san went? They told me he snuck out of his room again.
I assure you, we've made it clear to him several times that he needs to stay put, but he keeps going off on his own.
This poor nurse is probably gonna chain Dojima to his bed if this keeps happening.
Jeez, with Namatame finally relocated, I was looking forward to going home.
So, he's been relocated. I've been wondering, you seem to be in a terrible hurry to get him out of this hospital.
He has been talking about the relocations several times by this point.
Huh? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we can't leave him here with Dojima-san and Nanako-chan around. Didn't you guys think so too? Hey, what are you doing here anyway? Nanako-chan's room is in the other wing. Don't you think you should leave before Dojima-san finds you? If he catches you, he'll start pestering you again.
I'll step away from my laptop for a minute. Just need to take care of something real quick.
Adachi, where's Namatame? There's been a lot of noise today for some reason.
Dojima-san, what are you doing here? Namatame's already been relocated. I was looking for you so I could tell you that.
You did what? Who authorized that? There's still more I need to ask him about.
Oh, you do? Oh, and also I'm back.
Give me a break, Dojima-san.
Those first two murders have been bothering me. His motives are shaky and his alibi is rock solid. We closed a lot of loopholes on the basis of his testimony. But that part's still nagging at me.
Is this more of your detective's intuition? He's already been relocated. It's no use hassling me about it. And you kids should really get home too. You're gonna get in the way of police business.
You're getting very agitated, I've noticed.
What's gotten into you today? It's odd to see you taking work so seriously.
Come on! I'm always giving 110% when it comes to the job. You should get back to work too, Dojima-san. Your current assignment, get better as soon as possible.
Probably.
What are you all doing here?
We came to confirm something with Adachi-san.
The time the announcer went missing? I can't say for sure offhand. It's not like I saw her or anything. That was months and months ago, too. My memory's kinda hazy that far back. Why wouldn't I question her? She discovered the announcer's body. But she didn't know much about it, so I only talked with her once or twice.
That is an outright lie. At least based from what we heard earlier.
Was that all you wanted to ask? Well, I hope it helped.
Now remember when I said the warning letter is the most crucial clue?
Warning letter?
The one that was delivered to his house. It's in police custody now, correct?
I don't really remember.
Hey, what do you mean you don't remember? I gave it to you to take down to the crime lab for processing. You're telling me you forgot?
Now, what was that Rise was saying about Adachi being able to destroy evidence that incriminates him? Looks like he took those letters and made them vanish.
I'm sorry. Your accident was right after that, and what with one thing and another, it sort of slipped my mind. Besides, that thing was just a prank, wasn't it? Jeez, what are you asking me all this for? For crying out loud, what's this all supposed to be about? Dojima-san, you really need to get back to your bed. That's why your wounds aren't healing. And you all need to go home right now. Do you have any idea what time it is?
Not really. This game doesn't have a clock feature.
I'm going back. I need to get to the station and report in.
Just one more thing, please. We know for certain now that the first 2 murders weren't Namatame's doing. Someone else killed them. Adachi-san, do you have any idea who that might be?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
'Cause we think it might have been you.
Pressuring Adachi as much as possible until...
What? That's ridiculous! We already know Namatame's the one who put them all in!
he says something like that.
What did you just say?
Put them all in. What's this putting them in business? Do you know something about the method behind their murders? Don't tell me that all that talk about TVs and whatnot from before was...
I already told you, Dojima. I told you that it was the truth. One day I'll stop having to hang up about this.
I see. Now I finally understand. To tell the truth, Adachi-san, I've been fixated on something you once said. Before I didn't know why, only that it sounded a wrong note to me. Do you recall when I read Namatame's diary? At the scene of Dojima-san's accident. At the time, I said, even the victims who survived and were never released to the public are written here. And in response, your words were, wow, then that settles it.
And that's a thing that a lot of players don't think too deeply about. When did Naoto ever say that all those disappearances were connected?
How, I wonder, would that settle anything? At the time, the police had no idea that there had been other attempted murders related to the case. You had no reason to say such a thing. After all, there are countless examples of people disappearing for a few days. Yet when I read the list of names, you raised no objection. Odd, that. What do you say to that, Detective Adachi?
I don't know. I said I'm busy!
Wait, you son of a bitch!
Get the fuck back here.
Adachi! Ah, damn it! Adachi!
Someone called the nurse to pick up Dojima.
What the? I swear he ran this way!
Damn it! Where the hell did he go?
Did you find him?
Nope. We're pretty sure he jumped into the TV.
I contacted security. Nobody's seen Adachi and there's no record of anyone leaving this area. So he must be still in this ward somewhere.
He's still here? But we looked! We didn't find him anywhere!
That bastard.
Dojima-san? For heaven's sake, what are we going to do with you?
Chain him to the bed.
Sorry. I got carried away.
Do you even want to get better? If you keep this up, there could be lasting damages. Have you forgotten how much trouble it caused you last time?
You're right. Sorry. You've got to find Adachi. I need to square this away with him. Please.
We're gonna look for him, but if he went into the TV, he could be anywhere. That's kind of the issue.
He hasn't left this ward yet? I don't think he would, but could he have...
Yeah, I think so.
That comparison is pretty apt, especially considering that we still have an hour left So we'll probably get through the motive rant.
If he's the killer, he can go through, right?
You mean he went in through here?
We searched every inch in the direction he ran off. There's nowhere to hide. I don't think we could have missed him.
He was cornered. It's highly probable that he escaped there. If he does indeed turn up on the other side, that should prove beyond a doubt that he is the true culprit.
Damn. So I guess we were right. What do we do now?
Unfortunately, we can't get into the TV without Teddy to bring us back out.
I think it's too dangerous to go in from here. We're not 100% positive he used this TV, and on top of that, we don't know where it might lead. Let's go in from Jeunesse like always. It'll be fine. So long as we're ready for him, we'll crush that jerk in one strike.
Okay, as per usual, I think it'll force us straight to bed. Wait, are we gonna be allowed to do something? Could we maintain the garden? Nope. Just as I thought, straight to bed. Ah, there's Teddy. Sort of.
Where am I? Sensei? Why are you here? I see. How mysterious. There are so many things I don't know about. But I did realize something. I've been thinking all this time about who I really am. But I couldn't find the answer. I was no one from the start. Humans live in the other world, and shadows live in this world. From the beginning, that's all there was to it. I was just a shadow in that world. I figured something out. That day at the hospital, I realized that I really can't do anything.
Ironically, this reveal caused more questions than answers. Questions that persist to this very day. Because Teddy saying he's a shadow brings up the question of, okay, then whose shadow does he belong? If he's a shadow, who does he belong to? I don't think the writers of this game intended for there to be an answer to that question, but unfortunately it's a question that doesn't leave the fandom alone.
As soon as I thought that, I lost consciousness. Then when I woke up, I was inside the fog. Shadows can't stay in the human world. They aren't allowed. I walked and walked, but there was nothing all around me. Just when I started thinking that I couldn't go anywhere, I heard the noise of a car. And then I was here. I remember lots of things now. My world is a place shaped by human thoughts. One day, a shadow living in that world awakened to human emotions. But humans and shadows are completely different entities. So he made himself forget that he was a shadow.
This reveal also doesn't explain some of the weird things about Teddy, like how he can create an entrance to the an exit from the TV world to the real world, or how he grew himself a body. Like, the idea here is that Teddy is a shadow like any other, and yet he could grow regardless. But what we know about shadows, it kind of causes friction with this. It's not as neat of a reveal as it could have been.
He wanted to forget. He wanted people to like him. And that's how he came to look like this.
Although, given the emphasis on cognition that is placed on the narrative from Persona 5 onwards, maybe the seeds were being planted as early as this. Teddy's cognition is just that powerful.
I really am stupid. What the other Teddy said before, in the end, it was all true. No matter how much I search for myself, I have no self.
But you did develop a self, Teddy. That's how you came to have a persona.
There was no me to begin with. I'm just a shadow that took a different form so humans would like me. It would have been better if I had never remembered, but I did. I'll probably turn back to a regular shadow soon. Oh yeah, Sensei. One day, when you meet Nana-chan in heaven, apologize for me.
Alright, a lot of stuff happened that we didn't tell you because you disappeared.
Tell her, I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. Tell her, I'm really sorry.
Do we get a chance to tell him now? Yes.
Huh? Really? Nana-chan's.
We still don't know how it happened, but at this point we're not questioning it anymore.
Wow, that's wonderful. I'm so glad. Glad that I could at least hear that.
Now, could you come back with us? There's someone we need you to find.
My heart feels so much lighter now. I'm starting to feel sleepy. What a strange place. It feels so soothing. It's not like my world. Something just feels so nostalgic about this place.
Well, you could say that this is a cradle of cognition.
Could this be your dream world, Sensei?
Something like that. And that's one of the options.
Uh-huh. But I wonder why I met you here. What am I supposed to do now? But I don't know what to look for or how to find it.
To repeat, you're the one that created the portals out of the TV world. If you really wanted to, you could probably return to the human world at any time.
No matter how hard I think, there's too many things my little brain can't understand. But I do understand one thing now. I'm glad that I met you, Sensei.
And here we have rank 10 of Teddy. A guaranteed rank 10 in the story, as long as you've pursued it this far. Which means Teddy's persona is going to evolve. That's a guaranteed party member that gets their second persona. Da, 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 da. I think I already have Marakunda. Marakukaja seems more important. And there isn't really anything else here that I feel I want to give up.
But I have to get going. This is your place. It doesn't seem like somewhere that I'd be allowed to stay. Goodbye, Sensei.
And where the heck were you three?
It seems the words in your memory weren't the only things you summoned here. This is a room for guests who have an ego that can be nurtured. Shadows, mere fragments broken off from the ego, have no place here. The water's strength has moved a single stone that had stopped, returning it once again into the flow. Very interesting.
And this is Igor more or less confirming in that Igor way that Teddy really did evolve beyond what a shadow normally is.
Well now, it's about time we departed once again. This vehicle is still on its journey. There is no reason to tarry here for long. Margaret?
We're ready to go. Let us depart.
You are every inch the guest I had anticipated.
I aim to please.
Now it's time for you to return. I am even more intrigued now as to where this is all headed.
We'll be waiting for your next visit. How did it go? Did you find Teddy?
No, and no one's seen him either.
Ugh, that annoying little furball. Just when we're at a turning point in the case, too.
We have no choice. Let's pursue Adachi for now.
Whoa. Look how dense this fog is. It's gotten even worse than before.
What the? There's this malicious aura everywhere. It feels completely different from the last time I was here.
I'm guessing that's Adachi.
I think we'd better hurry. Give me a sec to try finding Adachi.
Does this mean both this world and ours are getting messed up?
Our glasses work on the fog on the other side. It can't be normal. And I heard more people are falling ill because of the fog. I wonder what's going to happen.
I sense him. Adachi's definitely in here.
Are you serious? Which way?
Hold on.
So he did come to this side. Well, that settles it. There's virtually no doubt remaining that he's the true culprit.
And now to kick his butt. As soon as we find him.
Once we capture him, solving the mystery of this world and the rest of the case can't be far behind.
Then maybe we'll find out where Teddy came from too.
About that.
Man, where is that bear anyway?
Well, I can say for sure he's not here. And I know Adachi is here, but I can't track him down myself. Gee, Ted, why aren't you here when we need you most?
This place.
Did Teddy respawn here?
I see. I came back. But it really doesn't matter. I'm completely useless. Nana-chan, I'm so sorry.
Teddy? It is you, Teddy. I heard your voice. You said, hang in there. I heard my big bro and everyone else too.
Nana-chan! Oh, hold on! I'll get the doctor!
Good, Teddy. Good that you're being
It
sensible.
seems she's asleep again.
Nana-chan told me that she heard my voice. She heard me say, hang in there.
It could be that her frankly miraculous recovery was because everyone's voices reached her. Even unconscious, people are capable of hearing others' voices.
Well, I guess that's the closest we're getting to an explanation. I still don't have to like it.
My voice. And theirs too. Everyone.
In any case, there are too many things we don't understand about her condition and what caused it. We're doing our best, but it's difficult when everything about her illness is a total unknown.
Unknown.
Well, if anything happens, please send for me.
If I'm an unknown being, then the way I can change is unknown too. So all I have to do is make them not unknown. Nana-chan's doing her best. Sensei and the others are probably fighting now too. I'm just a shadow, but Nana-chan cheered up when she heard my voice. So what if I'm just a shadow? There must be something I can do. I can't just give up thinking about things. That's why I came back here. Right, Nana-chan?
Oh, right. It hadn't happened yet. So, I have a question. Genuinely, who thought this design was a good idea? Because there's no faster way to destroy the actually good mood that had been crafted than with a persona with a missile shoved right up its ass. Like, who thought this wasn't jarring?
Right. I need to get back to the others. Hang in there, Nana-chan. I'll be back soon.
It's no use. I can only tell that Adachi is here, not his exact location.
Rise-chan!
If only Teddy was with us.
Didn't he say his nose is practically useless now? And could he even help us find that bastard?
Nope. He'd be no help at all.
Wow, way to just say that.
But he was always there to support me whenever.
That bear's a loudmouth, but he's nice to have around. He's always so full of energy.
He's lighthearted and always optimistic.
I'm alright. I just got a little dizzy. The fog's so dense, it's hard to see through it.
Why don't we call it a day? It won't do us any good if you collapse.
I agree. If Rise-san became fatigued, even if we found Adachi, our capacity in battle would be reduced. Moreover, it's almost nighttime. We should return to our world for the present.
Wait, are we seriously gonna lose this entire day with only that little bit being accomplished? That, in a way,
Damn it! We came so far to run smack into a dead end!
I know he's in there too. What's wrong with me? My powers are completely useless. Teddy?
You little... Where the hell were you?
That's a long story.
I'm sorry.
You idiot! Bad bear! Bad! You're so late! Who do you think you are?
Rise-chan? Are you faking?
No, stupid!
Sorry. I want to help you all again.
You know how much trouble you caused, you dumb bear? Where the hell were you?
I'm sorry. I figured out a lot of things. Stuff about me and that world. I wanted to tell you all.
A shadow? You mean you're one of those things we've been fighting?
Yup, just like the ones you all know about. Shadows are suppressed human thoughts given form. Everyone has them inside.
Wait, you say you're a shadow, but you didn't attack us.
Well, that's because everyone has a shadow inside themselves.
And you kept telling us from the start that you wanted to bring peace and quiet back to that world, right?
But in the end, I was just an ordinary shadow. Nothing special about me at all. I did everything I could until now to try and make my world peaceful. But instead, the weird fog started seeping out into this world too. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. If I really was special, then maybe...
I'm going to take this moment to quote something from a show called The Owl House, which is to say, the quote goes something like this: "If we sat around waiting for someone to make us special, we'd die waiting. You have to be the one to make yourself special, Teddy."
It's no big deal. I mean, we weren't expecting much from you in the first place.
Wow, everyone's just roasting Teddy.
And about you being a shadow, we pretty much figured you were something like that anyway.
Huh? What are you saying? Here I am pouring my heart out to you, and you say you thought I was something like that anyways? No normal person would think such a pretty bear could really be a shadow!
So what's the problem with being a shadow?
It's true that you may have been born that way, but you now possess the power of persona. A shadow is suppressed power. Once controlled by the ego, it becomes a persona.
And what was it that Igor said earlier? That the Velvet Room is somewhere where the ego is nurtured. Teddy has an ego.
Doesn't it follow, then, that you must have developed an ego?
Thank you, Naoto.
Whether the ego masters its shadow, or the shadow awakens to its ego. The only difference I see is the order in which the process occurred.
Oh, Teddy's practically human then.
He has a human body. He basically passes all the qualifications.
I'm the same as humans?
You keep trying to figure out who you are, just like all of us here. You can't do much on your own. You really aren't that special. See? What's so different between you and us?
Okay, let it all out.
Thank you! I'm so glad I met you guys!
The rest of us were pretty much a group of misfits to begin with, too, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
You fit right in, man.
I beg your pardon? Who are you calling a misfit?
Isn't that just you, Senpai?
Hey, that's not something a detective would say. Or an idol, either.
Also, you quit being an idol, we say, so don't even.
Geez, stop crying, will ya? Now's not the time for that. While you were gone, we figured out who murdered the announcer and Senpai. It was Adachi.
Huh? Adachi? That total goofball? Whoa! I didn't notice at all. Looks like I'm pretty blind to that sort of thing.
To be fair, no one else noticed until literally a day ago or so.
But you all know him. If you can't find someone like that, I don't think I can help you.
Like I said, we're not expecting much from you.
Well, the main thing is, it's hard to get pumped about this without someone nice and fuzzy around.
Yeah, what Kanji said.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
All right, now that the band's back together, let's take it from the top. Starting tomorrow.
Yep, we lost the entire day.
It's been a while, but I'll do my best to look for him too. Leave it to Fuzzy.
Alright, back to bed. We are approaching 25 minutes of the stream, and we still haven't even gotten to the part I thought we would. This is why I started early. I think this might be it, though.
I'll give it a try, but if Risei-chan couldn't find him, I really doubt someone with a dried up nose like me will be much help. I do smell Adachi baby in here, but the fog is completely covering up his scent.
Right, that's the problem Risei ran into.
Teddy, you can't do it either?
When you look at me with those eyes, I get this feeling I've gotta sniff him out no matter what! This is my time to shine! Ooh, I'm getting something!
Well, he's going Super Saiyan.
Teddy?
Hey, quit wandering around. You better not flake out on us again.
Huh? I sense it from this away.
Is it Itachi?
Oh, How do I put it? It's kinda hazy, but at the same time, it feels like I've got a whopper on the line.
I don't get it.
Very suspicious. This definitely smells. But that's weird. If I remember right, that's where Sensei, Yosuke, and Chie-chan came from when I met them for the first time.
Right, the very disturbing room.
When we first... Where was that? Oh, you mean that creepy-ass room where all the faces on the posters were cut out?
Yep, there's someone there.
Teddy, you really are amazing.
It was just dumb luck. It's because that's where I first sensed Sensei and the others. That's why it kinda smelled over there.
Oh, I see. Wait, did you say it smelled? Wasn't that the room where Yosuke had to go to the bathroom and...
Huh? You're saying he beat his pants there?
Why does this game not know how to stick to a tone?
Ew, I don't want to hear it.
Oh, you lie so bad! Dude, I did not piss my pants!
I wouldn't have brought it up if this hasn't been the second time this stream.
Chie, quit spreading random rumors about stuff like that.
Well, it happened so long ago, my memory's kind of fuzzy, you know?
Okay, guys, enough fuzziness. Follow me, the master of fuzzy logic.
I haven't heard you crack up in a while, Yukiko.
There hasn't been much of a reason to laugh.
Though I really wonder sometimes about your sense of humor.
We really gotta get a move on.
That damn bitch. I noticed her first, and she just had to run off and have an affair. Who's there? Oh, it's you guys. You're very persistent.
You are the real killer.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're not lying your way out of this one, damn it! Just being here proves it! Answer us! You're the one who threw Ms. Yamano into the TV, aren't you?
It was an accident. She started struggling. What else was I supposed to do? I called her out to the lobby because I wanted to ask her something, and then she started getting hysterical on me.
Who are you? And what's this something important you called me out here for?
What they say on the news isn't true, is it? All that talk about you having an affair and whatnot, it's all a lie, right?
Why do I have to explain myself to you?
That's actually a really good question, because the first thing that Mayumi asked is, "Who are you?" Indicating that this is literally the first time she's laid eyes on Adachi. And that's an important detail, as we'll see in a few seconds here.
I see. So you don't deny it. You caught my eye, but it turns out you're another worthless bitch.
What's wrong with you?
I don't think you want to know.
Don't make me call for help.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! I think you need to see what it's like to fear for your life. It'll get your head straight.
What are you going to do? No! Ah!
She fell in. Wow! So people can go completely inside! Good thing for me, no one else was around there in the middle of the night.
That happened in our lobby?
I learned about the Midnight Channel through some rumor. You hear a lot of fishy stories like that on the force. But it was pure coincidence that I touched the screen and discovered my power. I burst out laughing when I found out. I knew right away that this was going to be interesting.
So you tested it out on Mayumi Yamano?
Nah, it was nothing like that. I'm a very sincere fellow.
We'll see about that.
I was just trying to punish the stupid bitch a little for betraying me.
Betraying you? You...
Yeah, putting them inside the TV was never the plan. But you know, both Mayumi and that dippy high school girl struggled for no reason.
Then you were responsible for Saki-senpai's death!
Saki? Oh yeah, her name was Saki Konishi, or something like that. At first I just called her in because of work-related stuff, her being the one who found Mayumi's body and all. And naturally, if there was any chance she'd seen something, I'd need to know, right? So I was all set to be a nice guy to her, and then that bitch.
What's this about anyways? Didn't you call me in for more questions?
Well, we'll get to that. But you know, I saw you this afternoon. You were getting pretty cozy with that Namatame. Huh. So I'm not good enough for you. Well, I know how to deal with girls like you. God, these high school girls today. This world's gone straight to shit. When I was in school, I wasn't allowed to do anything but study my ass off. I was supposed to be the best of the best, and instead they stick me in the boonies. But I guess I got this sweet power to make up for it. Life's not so bad after all.
It is at this point that I want to talk about why Adachi is a good character, as in a good character for what he's meant to do in the story, but why I absolutely loathe him as a person. And that has a lot to do with Adachi's true identity.
Get on your knees and beg, and maybe I'll let you out.
And I don't mean his true identity as the killer. I mean his true identity as a person within this narrative.
Yeah, like that'll happen. As if I'd walk into a death trap like that.
There's been a lot of talk about truth in this stream.
It was a lot easier the second time. High school girls are thinner, you know? Lighter.
And the simple truth about Adachi is that he's an entitled, misogynist incel. He believes he is owed everything just because he says so, and the minute he doesn't get what he wants, he lashes out and murders people. Quite notably women are his targets.
You son of a bitch!
And I actually want to bring it back to something Chie said way at the beginning of the game. I think it was shortly after Yukiko disappeared. Chie said something to the effect, when the pattern was that the only victim were women, that the killer was probably some kind of pervert. Turns out, she was exactly on the mark.
Come on, give me a break. I didn't know it was dangerous inside the TV. It's not like I was trying to kill them.
But there's another salient detail that's hidden in here. What Adachi is saying and what the flashbacks are showing are two completely different things. Adachi says here he didn't mean to kill Saki, but the flashback indicates that he pushed Saki in there, fully intending for her to die. I bring this up because it's going to be an important detail, not in this dream, but much later.
I mean, I'm sure they hit on Namatame, not the other way around.
And there it is. I think this, more than anything, proves the deep misogyny that runs within Adachi. Because if you remember from Namatame, and even from other interviews in the town, the only reason Saki ever talked to Namatame is because Namatame approached her to warn her about the deaths, but Adachi's gone and made up this crime in his head that Saki committed, and then decided to be judge, jury, and executioner.
The council secretary will one day rise to public office himself. Mayumi and that high schooler were just gold digging.
I mean, look how completely and utterly delusional he is. This guy is not checked in with any kind of reality.
They got exactly what they deserved. I didn't do anything wrong at all.
It fits so well within a narrative. It's good writing, but my goodness, does it infuriate me to my core.
Shut the hell up!
Yes, exactly, Yosuke. Thank you.
You knew from what happened to Mayumi Yamano that people die in here!
So what if I knew?
That is an important
he
question.
called the police in the middle of the night, just after they found that Saki girl's body. The rest of the force had their hands full with the double homicide, and it happened that I was the one who took the call.
Namatame said the police refused to take him seriously. You were responsible for that then.
Oh, quite the contrary. If anyone else had taken the call, sure, but I actually did believe him, you know?
That's the pattern to the 2 deaths so far? And now you're seeing a girl in a kimono on that weird program, and you think she'll die too, is that right? Namatame-san, do you seriously expect us to believe something like that?
But it's true! If there's any way the police can protect her...
Listen, there's no way the police are going to make a move based on a fantasy story like that. It does sound interesting, though.
But...
Oh, I have an idea. If you really want to save her that much, why not do it yourself?
There it is. Adachi is the one that pushed Namatame down this path. Kind of like how he's been poking us in the directions he wanted us to take all along. He's been doing this for a long time.
Like, you could shelter her somewhere. Someplace where no one could find her.
Where no one could find her?
A lot like that, actually. Celeste is a loathsome character for similar reasons.
Save her yourself. You can do it.
I actually have very similar opinions of Celeste Ludenberg, in that I actually find her, I respect her the most as a Chapter 3 culprit, because she knew who she was about, and she never tried to hide it. But she is evil to the core. I will also never deny that.
I'm busy, so I'm hanging up now. Bye.
Isn't that amazing? Of all the people who could have received Namatame's call, it ended up being me. Talk about luck! All I did was give him a little push. And he completely bought into his vision of this world. The more people you guys saved, the more he'd kidnap.
Now, I will say that Namatame does bear some blame for continually throwing people and never once looking in the TV world himself. But Adachi still bears the brunt of responsibility.
Both sides had the best of intentions, so the game of cat and mouse would never end. It was awesome.
You gotta be shitting me!
Why? What reasons could you have for doing that?
Reasons? None, really. I could do it, that's all. And it was fun. I guess that's my reason?
You murdered people just for the fun of it?
Come on, all I did was put people in here. I didn't murder them.
There's a line from Super Genius's Let's Play that's applicable here, but I'm gonna save it for when he actually said it. But needless to say, Adachi's argument here is completely horseshit.
And Namatame did most of it. I had nothing to do with any of you.
You're just dodging the blame!
Yeah? Then how would you prove it? He put people inside TVs? You think the police are that stupid?
That's been the most reoccurring problem. You get that one point and none other.
What a jerkwad!
I do admit, though, I never thought you guys would manage to track me down. I like that. Games like this gotta have surprises or they get boring fast. It's like when I dealt with that Kubo kid. That was fun, too.
Then, you mean to say that Mitsuo Kubo's disappearance was your doing as well? I did sense something odd in his course of action. If he had special powers and wanted attention, why resort to a regular copycat crime? But that wasn't the case. Kubo had no such powers. In fact, he was thrown in by you. Am I correct?
It had been a while since I last put someone inside the TV, so I really got a kick out of that one.
Why did you do that?
That actually covers up another little niggling question left over from the Kubo arc of why did Kubo go into the TV and then seemingly not have a way back out? He didn't have a way out, and he didn't go in there of his own free will.
And how come Mitsuo didn't say anything about you?
You think that didn't occur to me before I did it? Come on, I'm a detective. I led him through to a room at the station with a TV, switched off the lights, and did it quick while he was still startled. As long as he didn't see me push him in and no one else did either, no one would believe him, even if he survived. Of course, I don't think the Kubo kid ever figured out what happened.
Wait, the police station?
Yeah, he turned himself in pretty quick, actually. This was back when we didn't even know enough to issue a search warrant. But the other officers decided it was just a prank, so they pawned him off on me. I didn't blame them. I mean, a kid coming and saying, "I did it all, it was me." Who'd believe him? But it looked bad. I didn't think anyone would come forward and take the blame for all the incidents. The police were desperate to pin it on anyone. If this kid really did it, they might have announced the case was closed. And if that happened, Namatame would stop saving people. I couldn't let that happen, or the game would be over. That's why I told the others I sent him home. You gotta have some excitement in life, don't you agree? But then you guys put your foot in it yet again and ruined my fun. Thanks to you, Kubo was arrested again, and everyone acted like he was the true culprit behind it all. Couldn't they see how badly he copied the crime scene? It worked out in the end, though, because good old Namatame kept saving people. I guess the guy started to develop some kind of messiah complex, huh? What an idiot.
This is all a game to you. How dare you murder people? Murder Saki-senpai for such a stupid reason! You bastard! I'll never forgive you!
You can keep your forgiveness. Our world will probably become just like this place soon enough anyways. Didn't you notice? The fog's leaking out. Everything on that side's pretty much screwed.
So Adachi knows something about the fog.
The two worlds will merge soon, and then there'll be no difference, no sides anymore.
What the hell's he talking about?
This isn't his real body. The real Adachi is somewhere else.
But this guy feels different from an ordinary shadow. It doesn't seem like he's going berserk.
Wow, you can tell that much?
Teddy's a native.
This me is just around to greet you guys, and thank you for wasting your time by chasing me in here. I'd say this world has taken a real shine to me. I feel like it's giving me everything I've ever wanted. And the monsters don't attack me at all. Maybe they can tell we have the same goal.
If we had an option, I'd seriously leave you to rot in here.
The Shadow's goal?
By the end of the year, Inaba will disappear completely into the fog. Soon, this place will be reality. I'll be in this world, so if you want me, come and get me. This world has a mind of its own. We'll see which of us it favors.
Keep your bullshit to yourself. It's about time you shut the hell up. We'll finish this right now!
What a chump! Didn't I just tell you the real me is somewhere else?
Kanji, we need to work on your listening comprehension.
I'll be expecting you all. We'll put an end to this.
Get back here, you!
That stuff about the world's mind and how this place will become our reality. Was he serious?
The rest of his confessions were consistent. We'd best proceed under the assumption that it's no lie.
It felt like he's gained some strong power after coming here.
Not only that, maybe he got taken over by that power.
So what he said about the two worlds becoming one, that's really gonna happen?
Didn't he say that it would happen by the end of this year?
Which is a month away.
What happens then?
I think he means this world will engulf the human world. The people in town are acting weird. It's like when the shadows that emerged from people went berserk. If the fog gets even thicker, and this town is completely shut off from the outside world, then the other side might become full of shadows, like over here.
You mean everyone's gonna turn into shadows?
Damn it! Damn that bastard! Why? We went through so much to get here, and now it turns out he was pulling our strings this whole time?
Calm down, Yosuke. Let's end this.
Yeah. It's about time we finished this. I don't want to feel this way ever again.
There's a path we can take now. I sense Adachi's presence from that direction. He's taunting us.
Bring it on! Let's go kick his ass right now!
Kanji, what did we just say?
Wait, I suggest we prepare ourselves first. We can't let him stab us in the back ever again. We must face him with all the power at our disposal and defeat him without fail.
I'm a little worried what he means by the end of the year, but now's not the time to freak out. Let's get prepared. Let's get over-prepared and leave footprints all over his stupid, smug face.
I will definitely co-sign on that plan. Okay, looks like we're almost done. We just need access to a save point.
Senpai, please don't go on alone. I understand that it must hurt, since you seem to have a personal relationship with him.
About that.
Maybe that's why. I feel a presence kind of like yours up ahead. He might be calling to you.
There's a lot that still needs to be done next week.
Wait, never mind. Forget I said that. We're all going together, okay?
Promise us.
Alright, there's something very specific that needs to be done, and I have some choice words about it. But it's stream end time. We used up not only the usual hour slot, but even the extra time I had prepared for this occasion. So next week, on the left side of reality, we leave footprints all over Adachi's smooth face.